everyone, welcome to the channel. So for today's card project, I'm going to be making a quick and easy Christmas card, and then I will have all kinds of other examples at the end. So it's a lot of fun, very easy, and I can definitely see mass producing this card. So let's get started. So for the card panel for this easy, elegant Christmas card, I use Simon Says Stamp's Fir Tree Branches embossing folder, wet the paper a little bit, isn't that pretty? And then I ran it through my die cutting machine. And now I am using 2 of the waffle flower nested domes to create an arched frame for the design. So out of the Christmas ornament die set, I cut out of silver glitter cardstock the decorative part and then used the die to cut out of wild cherry cardstock the ornament. So what I'm going to do is I cut all these little silver fir branches too out of silver glitter cardstock, and I'm going to make an arch with the branches, and then the ornament will be hanging down from the branches. So it's very quick, very easy, but because of the colors and the products used, it makes it elegant. But you could just as easily make this like a really fun card. Like you could do a pink background or even like a navy blue or teal background, and then do a pink tree, and then the ornament could be, you know, pink and blue or pink and teal, something fun like that with a little bit of a gold accent in there. So a total different vibe because you just change the colors, but the design is the same, so it's fast to do. Do a little die cutting. You could mass produce this pretty easily. So I'm letting the glue set a little bit on the frame, and now I am going to build my ornament. So I put the hanging loop on there, and now we're going to lay out, cutting off the longer part of the branch. We're going to add the pine needles to the archway. And it's hard to glue on foiled cardstock. Everything slips, so you really got to make sure that you let it set before you do anything because it slips so easy. So then I'm just tucking each branch in under the other, giving it a minute to set up, and then tucking it in. So I've got everything sped up. I've moved really slowly gluing these things. And so now I'm trimming off because I don't need 2 pine branches together. So that one's going to go over the ornament so it looks like it's hanging on the tree, and then the other one I use just to fill in a little bit. So getting the glue on my ornament and the loop. Isn't that ornament pretty? That would look really cute with felt too. Yeah, I could see doing that in blue and gold. It's just so cute, really sweet. Or just not putting the netting design over it, and then you could put any kind of design you want because you've got that perfect ornament shape there. So I'm going to trim one more piece of pine branch to add into the arch, just to fill out the edge there, and we are set. All right, so now I need to stamp my sentiment, and of course I've already embossed on the paper, so I can't stamp the sentiment. By the way, I'm adding pearls, and the pearls are from Spellbinders. So for a couple rows where everything intersects, I put pearls in there just to add another level to the elegance. But anyway, so I have to stamp my sentiment on vellum because I forgot to stamp it before I embossed it, which is kind of the story of my life. So using my Simon Says Stamp anti-static powder, and then I'm coming in with some Versamark ink using the Merry Christmas that came with the set. I like the font. Very cute font. And I like when their fonts are mixed like that. I know companies have been doing it for a while, and I'm glad they keep doing it. And I'm using Hero Art's Sparkly Silver embossing powder. And it is a beautiful sparkle, and the glitter stays, and it doesn't make a big glittery mess. I love it. Really pretty. And then I'm going to cut that into a little square and then add it to some double-sided tape, because if you didn't know, you know now that when you have vellum and you use double-sided tape throughout the whole back of the vellum, it doesn't show. So you just make it into a sticker and you can attach it to your card and it doesn't show. So there's a little tip from your friend Patty. So just gonna peel off the back and add it to my card base. Not quite sure what I was doing there, and there we have it. So then I need to add that onto a card panel, and I wanted to pop it up just a little bit of dimension. And for some reason this holiday season I'm into white on white. I don't know what it is. Seems like every year that everybody has a different favorite when they're creating their cards, and this is kind of mine this year. So getting that added to my white card panel, and then I'll do a little trimming on the panel because it was a little bit bigger than I wanted. And there is my finished project. So next up, I just made a quick tag. I cut the ornament out of snow cone cardstock, and then I cut another ornament out of white cardstock and then just trimmed it so it looked like a snowbank and added it to the ornament. And then these trees come with the die set. So I'm just adding 3 in a row so it looks like a repeating pattern on an ornament. And then I'll just add 1 more, and then I'll trim around those so that they all fit on the ornament. And then I took the outline die and put foam on that and used some packaging to create my shaker top. And then I used some Hero Arts sequin stars for the shaker material. I did have to go find, these are different. These are not the Hero Arts. These are gold sequin stars that I've had, and I just added those to my trees. So now I completed making the shaker, added the top, adding a little bit of holly and berries. I had stamped Merry Christmas on the back. It looks adorable, and our ornament is complete. Okay, so here's the card we made together. Very quick, very easy, but very elegant. So love that. And again, we used the Christmas ornament set from Pixi Dust Designs. And on the back, you can see all the different ways you can use it. I love that she gives those examples. But a wonderful companion set to that is the I Love Hanging With You. So the sentiment here does say I love hanging with you. And then these are some samples of the ornaments there. And so I did make a card with that. So you can see it says the I love hanging with you here in the tree branches. And then I used the Merry Christmas from the Christmas ornament set down here. So look how cute those ornaments are. Love that. And this is just a little Hero Arts wax on the branches to look like snow or flocking. And then these I whipped up, probably took me with die cutting and everything 7 to 10 minutes each. So here, let me get these out of the way. So this one was felt, and I just wanted to see how easy it would be to make a bunch of felt ornaments. Very, very easy. And then these are little tags that I made up for packages. This one's a shaker tag. So really, really quick and fun. Like again, 5-10 minutes each. So if you do just sit and watch TV and do a little die cutting and then start gluing, you could have a bunch of tags done in an hour. So I made those. And then I made this card combining both sets. So the poinsettia from the Christmas ornament set here, but then everything else, and the Merry Christmas sentiment from the Christmas ornaments, but then everything else is from the I Love Hanging With You set. So a lot of really fun, cute things that you can do with these sets. Thanks so much for joining us today. I hope you had a great time, and we'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.